guys, how you doing? It's Henry, and Mowers and Blowers. Welcome to another episode. Today my friend Jay is coming by to drop off one of his friends' Toro recycler, 22-inch. It's the old kind, the kind with the Tecumseh engine on it, with the Tecumseh carburetor, with the big red primer bulb. Oh, I hate those. Anyway, his friend says that the front transmission binds. I don't know whether or not it works or not, but when you try to push it, you know, even with the engine off, it binds. So it sounds like he just needs the wheels removed, check out the gears and stuff, maybe lubricate it. Something really easy, I think. I hope the transmission still works. Oh, look at that. He's here. So I'm here on my buddy's friend's truck, and he's got this Toro recycler, 22-inch with a Tecumseh engine on it. You guys know how I hate it. Anyway, Uncle Leo, tell me what's wrong with it?
This thing, I bought it 10 years ago, whatever. But in the last 3 years, I haven't used it. So now it don't start. So that's why I'm bringing it out here so you can check it out. It probably needs a carburetor cleaner or something like that.
But he says that you have transmission front wheels that bind and don't roll?
Yeah, but that only works when the
engine's on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. No, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
All right, let's get this out and we'll check it out. It sounds like something very simple.
Yes, probably needs a carburetor cleaner.
Well, you never cleaned a carburetor before, Uncle Leo?
No, I can't bend down anymore.
That makes two of us.
I got issues.
So do I. So this is Uncle Leo's mower.
Jerry!
Uncle Leo!
Hello!
When you pull it backwards, it's fine. But it won't go forward, see? Pinion gear inside, seized. Anyway, he said he left it for about 2 years, not running, with gas in it. So I just tried to pull start it a couple of times. This primer bulb is actually pretty pliable, soft. I feel like there could be air going through, so it could be just a super dirty carburetor filled with ethanol, clogging up the emulsion tube and all that. But I just took the air filter off, put some 50% ether in there. See if it at least turns over, you know what I mean? All the way through the intake manifold. All right. Let's see if it has spark and turns over. Because if it turns over, we can fix it. If it doesn't turn over, it probably has other problems. It should have turned over by now.
Uh-oh. That's what it does. It shuts off. As soon as it kicks on, it shuts off.
You have a dirty carburetor. That's all.
That's what I figured.
And if the carburetor is really bad, you just need to replace it. But they're very cheap. They're like $10, $15.
Okay.
Beautiful day today. I was gonna work on the tractor, but I figured let's keep all the videos together, give you a little bit of diversity. One day a tractor, one day a lawnmower. So as you guys saw, my buddy Jay's friend brought over his 22-inch Toro recycler with the Tecumseh engine on it. I'm not saying bad things about Tecumseh. I think their snowblower, Snow King engines are great. But when it comes to their lawnmower engines, that carburetor drives me crazy. Anyway, as you saw, we sprayed stuff in it, turned over. Looks like carburetor is just dirty. Let's take off the carburetor and clean it up. Hopefully it'll run on its own. Maybe check the fuel lines and stuff. And the easiest way to remove this carburetor is to remove it from the intake manifold here near the muffler. The muffler's hard to take off, but you have access to Phillips screws that'll turn it. Hopefully it won't strip when I take it off. To make things easier, to check out the linkages, I'm going to take off this cover too. The cover is always a pain in the ass for this model because the 5/16 bolts that are inside the cover all the way down to the engine cover, they're recessed. So the top part is like a swimming pool. When you leave this stuff outside, rain gets into the pool, water is held up right in there forever, and those bolts are almost always rusted so you can't even take off the cover. Let's try and see if it comes off. As you can see, the 5/16 bolts are in here. Actually, they're 1/4 inch. Yay! One. Yay! Yay! Last one. Come on, no whammies. Yes, successful extraction of rust-coated bolts. Has Earl in it. It's okay. Let that rest there. Now we can see this thing nice and clearly. Just take off this air cleaner, just rotates and comes off. Hello, come on. There you go. And actually, for a thing that's been sitting around for 3 years, pretty clean. Remove the vent hose. And right there, Phillips. Just go slowly. Yes, I think that worked. Let's loosen this one up. Perfect. Break the seal. And there it is. There be the carburetor. See how much gas is in here? Oh, there's no gas in here. Let's take off the fuel line. Clamp is completely fried. See? And these fuel lines look yucky, but still feels pliable. Actually, I might have to change them because look, it's disintegrating as I grab it. Yep, it's gone. And so's that. The Z-bend here. Remove the throttle linkage. Okay, not a Z-bend, just a loop. Just like that. Let it sit there. And there's the carburetor. And this just pops back on again if you want. If it leaks, replace it. We should be okay. Now we need a 1/2 inch socket. Get the bowl off and check out the condition. Might as well change the fuel line while I'm here. This clamp is good. Save it. Got another better fuel line now. Measure exactly. Put the fuel line on. Let's open up this carburetor and see how bad it is. There's the jet nut. This jet nut has a hole over here and I can see through it. Then there's a little tiny one diagonally downwards, and that usually is clogged up. And there's a lot of black soot in here, so that needs to be cleaned out. Let's see what the bowl looks like. Ready? Actually, not bad at all. What's the story? That's unusual. I'm surprised. Looks clean. Probably that jet nut that was clogged. Let's blow this out. Emulsion tube on the bottom. Make sure that's not clogged. It seems to work just fine. Blow into it. And it blows. Blow it upside down. And it doesn't. So far, so good. You have to put in the Tecumseh bowls properly. You have this part here that goes down a little, and you line it up so that it has room for the float to come down. Let's get a wire and clean this up. Here, let's do this first. Has a good gasket too. Okay, now there's a little one over here. Let's see if anything comes out. It is clear, look, it's coming out. Take a Phillips just like that. Look at the black stuff that's coming out. See that? So that limits the amount of fuel. Nice. See that? Now it's nice and clean. There. Make sure the throttles work. Let's put some gas in it. See if it starts up. It has a little bit of gas, but it's below the mesh thing in the tank. It probably wasn't getting any gas. Let's hope there's no leaks, because these Tecumsehs, they leak all the time. Okay. Not leaking. Let's see if we prime it, if I feel any fluid. It's supposed to come out of this little red straw that's sticking out there. It's supposed to have gas. Come out of it. Oh, there we go. See it? Look. See if it starts and runs on its own. What else did you see? The wheels loosened up. See? Once I engage the self-propulsion, now it rolls backwards. Oh, it doesn't pull forward. I thought it did. It still doesn't. The left one works. Right one doesn't. The RPMs could be increased a little bit. So there's a little bar here. You can bend outward a little, and that gives the spring more tension, and that increases the RPM slightly. That sounds much better now that the RPMs are higher. You guys notice it did push forward and backward. I think the front right just needs a little bit of lube on the gears. All seems to be in order. Just tighten down these screws. I didn't take them out, as you saw. I just let it sit there. Just a couple of clicks. It's just plastic. Doesn't need to hold up Mount Everest. Now it's nice and solid. Put the air cleaner back on. It's not that dirty. Just a little dusty is all. So now we got it working. Runs pretty good too. Adjusted the RPMs. Let's take that front right wheel off and lube it a little. There's the front wheel, the left one. There's a little washer here. Looks okay. Teeth are in excellent condition. It's just rusty. Let's get some penetrating oil. Okay, I got you right here. Right there is where there's a couple of washers, and it seems like it's binding from rust. Of course I'm out of it. Aha, look at that. Now look at it. Smooth. I'm gonna flood this. Butter. Okay. Teeth are good here too. I gotta get some more penetrating oil. This one's Dunsky. To hold it vertical just so you can get the last drop. See? There's binding. Now look. Just needed some Earl. that. Do you ever think we can get it going like that? It's awesome. I'm going to use up the rest of this can instead of throwing it out. Line it up with this hole. Thread it in. It's a 1/2 inch. And it can go to the limit. Because it's spaced, just so it allows for movement. So before we couldn't push forward. Now it's like butter. What else do I notice that's wrong? This is not even secure. It's held by one little thing here. Let's see if we can find a little wingtip bolt that goes there. Secure it. I had an extra from another one. I'm using it on this one. Carriage bolt, so there's a square here, holds it in place. Actually, I should match that with the other side. There we go. There's a square on each end. And I lube the bolt, so this goes on just spinning it. Now this is going to be nice and secure for Uncle Leo. Carburetor cleaned, front wheels lubed, added a wing bolt. This thing's like new. Used the remainder of my penetrating oil, since I can only spray it this way. I'm gonna cover up the deck a little, because oil keeps it protected from the elements and from fading. Instead of wasting this, I'm going to let it go to use. Get like an old sock, wrap her down. Look at Uncle Leo's mower. Awesome. Can you believe what it looks like now compared to before? Actually, not really a difficult, fix, but I've still been out here for an hour. Cleaned the carburetor, although the carburetor wasn't very dirty, with the exception of the jets. The jet nut had this soot ring around it, so maybe that's the reason why it wouldn't run on its own. Also, the fuel line was yucky. Changed the fuel line. Put a wing bolt back into the handle, so now it's not flopping around. It's nice and sturdy and stable. And lube the gears and the wheels, so now they roll forward and backwards with no problems. I think Uncle Leo is going to be very happy, and we wiped it down with the remainder of that penetrating wheel. Isn't that cool? It looks great, and it runs great. We also adjusted the RPMs because to me, it sounded just a little bit too slow. You want a little bit of revolutions in the RPMs so that you can cut the lawn nice and crisp, you know what I mean? Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this easy fix on a Toro Recycler 22-inch front self-propelled lawnmower, given it is a Tecumseh engine. Whatever, it seems to work pretty good now. Remember to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel. It's free, you know. It's not a subscription. They just call it a subscription. You're just following me. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future episodes of Henry at Mowers and Blowers. Hope you guys had a great day. We'll see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
UPS guy screwed this up. I'm gonna
See you guys next time on Mower and Blowers.